What's up, YouTube? Erbwars here, back with another video. And in today's video, we're going to talk about Atari over the past year, year and a half, 2 years, and what I think they've been doing and how I feel like they are in a great path and they're heading an awesome direction. Um, so the first thing I want to talk about are the games because Atari has been kicking it out of the park with the Atari XP line. First, they came out with the Yars Return, the Saboteur, and the Aqua Adventure games. Now, originally when they shipped these out, if you remember, I made a video. They shipped them out with the cartridges or the PCB boards put in backwards, so you weren't able to play them actually. And they did end up sending us all brand new carts to fix it. There were some people that took them apart and did it themselves. I got the new cart because I wasn't about to ruin the label. And yeah, so now that's resolved. I was actually worried for them because I was pretty sure that that was going to be a pretty expensive mistake. I don't know, but it seems like it didn't matter because they've been hitting it out of the park since then. Um, then they came out with these limited edition cartridges that I wasn't crazy about because if you look at them, they're kind of they're not cartridges like they are, but they don't look like game cartridges. So I held off, and it wasn't until like Warlords I was like, "Oh, I want to start getting these." Well, at that point, it was too late because Missile Command, Adventure, and Super Breakout, or whatever the first ones were sold out. I think it was them. Yeah. So I kind of regretted that, especially because number 10 was Asteroids, and that's like my favorite Atari game. And so now they came out with like a bundle that was like $1,000 for all of them, and I was like, no. I'm not spending that much money, but it does look really cool. I doubt that anybody's actually playing these cartridges because if you look at them, they're more like collector's editions. And especially if you spent that kind of money, I doubt you would really want to be handling them too much. Um, but yeah, there's people out there that have it, and hey, I'm jealous. The next thing they came out with were these limited edition Mr. Run and Jump. I got this one, but I also got the other Mr. Run and Jump. I really can't remember what the difference is. I'm still waiting for them. Neither one of them shipped to my house yet. And then they came out with the Butcher Billy limited edition game. And first was Outlaw, then it was Save Mary, then Dark Chambers. One of my favorite games came out, and I can't remember what happened. But by the time I went to order Dark Chambers, it was sold out. And I picked up Fatal Run. So now I had three out of the four, and I'm like, what am I gonna do? But then they came out with this bundle. So I said, okay, I'll pick up the bundle and then I'll get rid of the other games or keep them. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but it's kind of stupid to have a collection and not have all of them. And you know what I mean? It'd just be missing one. So that's the Atari XP line. And now I want to go ahead and show you before I get off this topic. Um, sorry, bear with me. So now I want to show you guys what is it under? Is it on Atari Classics now? Okay, here it is. It's under the 2600 plus. So then they came out with a Berserk Enhanced Edition. This added the voice, like the arcade version to Berserk. I have so many versions of Berserk on my 2600, copies of it, I mean. But now I have this enhanced version, and it's really cool. You can see the difference, and I thought that was neat, and it's cheap. It was only like $30. And they came out with a $30 Mr. Run and Jump, different cover. The other one was silver, I think silver or gray. This one is $20. It's orange. I'm still waiting. Neither copy of Mr. Run and Jump came to my house yet. Then they came out with the paddles for the Atari 2600 Plus. I picked up this bundle, and of course, I got the 2600 Plus. And these games are pretty crazy because it's not going to show it, I don't think. Maybe. Let's go ahead and see. Well, anyway, the game cartridges themselves have those dip switches on them, and that's how you change the games. Real old school, kind of cool. Then they came out with the what is it called? The Game Station Pro from my arcade. I got that for Christmas, and it's a cool little system. I have it with all my minis. I have every one of the mini consoles that came out, and I put it up there in one of those TVs, and it's cool. It has like a little spinner and everything. I really dig it. And then I want to talk about their actual games. So would that be under the VCS probably? Let's take a look. No. Is it under games? Yes. Okay. So here under games. Then I want to talk about their recharge series in general because um, I just click recharge. No, let's do all. It's fine. They came out with a bunch of good recharge games this year. Caverns of Mars Recharge was really good. I thought that that game was awesome. I finally got to play the original version on my XE. Well, it was actually the 400/800 edition, Atari 8-bit edition. Let's see what else we got. Let's go to Atari Recharge. I knew there was a section for it. Gravatar Recharge. I thought that was a great game. Black Widow is still my favorite out of all the Recharge games so far. Quantum Recharge. I only have a little bit of time in that. I don't have a lot into that game. And then as you see here, you got Berserk Recharge Blade. It's a cool game. It's not my favorite Recharge game, though. I can tell you that. Asteroids Recharge was amazing. Centipede Recharge was amazing. A lot of these Recharge games are great. Breakout Recharge, I don't know. I mean, Berserk Recharge, I meant to say. Berserk Recharge, not my favorite. Let's go back to games. Now I want to talk about a couple games that came out. One being Atari Mania. I feel like Atari Mania was a great game, especially if you're an Atari like historian, like a game historian. You're gonna have a lot of fun playing that game. It does get challenging, but it's really, really cool. The Atari 50th collection, everybody, even if you're not a Atari fan, should own that because it's just the way that they did that video or the game with all the videos and put that collection together. And then in December, added more games. This was just such a knockout game. Great title. Everybody should own that. Mr. Run and Jump, pretty cool, pretty challenging platformer. Pretty cool that they made a new IP, and it's I really dig it. Food Fight Culinary Combat. This game is really kind of cool. It's kind of like Atari's version of like Splatoon, but not as polished. But it's really cool because it's like an Atari museum when you're walking through the hub world and you're collecting different PCB boards. And when you get that PCB board, you can play the original arcade classic. I think that this game really is cool. It's only available on the VCS. That's strange. I'm sure it's coming to other consoles soon. So if you don't have the VCS, keep an eye out on this game. And then another game that's coming out is Lunar Lander Beyond. This game's not out yet, but when it does come out, day one purchase. I do own every game in the VCS library. So next, I want to talk about the last thing right here. This bad boy. Okay, not that bad boy. This bad boy. The Atari 400 Mini. Um, how many games? It doesn't show how many games. But this is kind of cool because this is the first way I was introduced to the 8-bit system or 8-bit line from Atari was an Atari 400. Mine's still hooked up to this day. And when I picked mine up was I think in like 2013 maybe 2014. I want to say it was 2013. My brother called me up. He was like, "Hey, did you check Facebook Marketplace? Somebody has an Atari 400 for sale." And it only came with 4 games. It came with Asteroids, it came with Basic, it came with Star Raiders, and then the best game. Well, Asteroids is up there for me because I love Asteroids. It is Demon Attack. It was a great version and different, obviously, than the 2600 version, but such a great game. And so I'm excited for this. I do have an XE, and ever since I got the XE, I pretty much play that more than anything from my 8-bit line. However, there are games like your iMagic games that will not play on an XE, so you still need a 400 or an 800 XL, which is probably, well, not probably, it is the better PC game. But let's check and see if they've actually announced any games. So that's funny. They're including the Bruce Lee game, Berserk, but mine are 2049er. That was the first game I bought from the Atari 8-bit line that didn't come with the Atari 400. Such a good game. Millipede, Mule, Star Raiders 2. This is pretty cool. I'm looking forward to this. And I just wanted to talk about Atari because I really feel that lately they've been hitting it out of the park, and I'm just very excited. Anyways, guys, I could talk Atari all day long, but I just wanted to talk to you guys and chat about it. So, anyways, guys, until next time, thank you so much for watching. Erbwars out.